Hi, Cuppa and card friends. Welcome back. It's Linda Z. It's that time to grab your favorite cuppa, sit back and relax. We're going to do a little deck video on the Seasons of the Witch Ostara Oracle. So my best friend is visiting me and we decided to do lots of fun witchy Ostara things. We did a fire. We did a simmer pot. We went out to a local farmer's market and I got this candle called OC Crush, which is the Maryland State cocktail. It's citrus, orange, cloverleaf, and mint. Absolutely smells divine. We also did some mandala painting. I bought this little kit on Amazon. I was like, hey, let's give it a try. So I did this, and this was my first time, and it's freelance. They give you this wood discs. They actually give you 2 wood discs. This one's more rounded, and so this one's mine. I'm not the greatest artist, but I decided to do mine of all 5 elements. We have spirit, water, air, earth, and fire. But I think it turned out really nice. And then I made this one. And, when you're doing this and you get this kit, they don't tell you that, you really have to wait for each. You do 1 layer of dots, and then you have to wait for that layer of dots before you put the next layer of dots, and then the next layer of dots, or whatever you do. So we did that. This literally took like 3 days because we did a little bit one day and then a little bit the next and let it dry. But, it was fun, and I love them, and I think they're really cool. Really, really cool. So what did you guys do for Ostara? So everybody, I love this deck. This comes in a 2-part box, and this is a mass market Oracle deck. And I have all of the Season of the Witch decks, and I have the Winter Tarot deck. And I know some tarot readers I've seen online just will not buy this deck, and I don't know why, because it is absolutely gorgeous. The artwork is beautiful, and for whatever reason, I mean, everybody has their reasons for buying certain decks, but I would never go online and down a certain specific kind of deck like this deck, because everybody's tastes are so different. And the artwork and the love that it took for the creators to put this into play, out for everybody to purchase, that's completely up to them. And I think it's great because it's their hard-earned hours of love that they've put into this. So, boo for people who down decks. So this is called, again, Season of the Witch Ostara Oracle. This is a deck by Rockpool. This is a 2-part deck, a 2-part box. And it says, Ostara, also known as the spring equinox, marks the end of a journey, renewal, and new beginnings. It's an opportunity to step fearlessly onto a fresh path and surrender to the powerful version of yourself that you are becoming. Seasons of the Witch Ostara Oracle offers nourishment for your hopes and goals as you enter the next cycle of your spiritual evolution. Beautifully illustrated and with uplifting invocations and practices to explore, this deck will help you transcend even the darkest, longest winters of your soul. And there are 44 cards in this deck. And we actually did look, we have something in the box. Lid, I love it, love it, love it. We actually did our Ostara readings for ourselves. And that's the inside of the box. And here's the guidebook. And I love that it is a full color guidebook. It's not too big. You can see here's the size of my hand. It's just the same size as the cards. And it gives an introduction. It has in here the table of contents. The cards are numbered, which is so great because it's so easy to find the cards. I don't like it when the cards aren't numbered oracle cards, and you can't find it in the guidebook. Now, if it's in alphabetical order, that's fine. I understand that. But if you have, say, an animal and you have it's separated by elements in the guidebook, and then that's not even in order, it makes it difficult for people to find it in the guidebook. So here it says Ostara themes and areas of focus, because Ostara is about, okay, this is Gaia is coming to life. The earth is being reborn. All the things from winter that were quiet and sleeping and silent are now talking and waking up. And it's a beautiful sound. This is the time that we start moving from our slumber that we had over the winter and start being more active. Babies are being born. Flowers are coming to life. This is the time to start the crops for the food for the summer. And life is, I love where I live because we have all 4 seasons. Sometimes they're brutal, like we just had a blizzard, but it's necessary. It's necessary to kill the germs. It's necessary to harden the earth. And sometimes it's because we need that water. And it comes in the form of snow instead of rain. But with that comes spring. And this is the areas of focus is alignment, balance, cleansing, fertility, growth, harmony, new beginnings, patience, prosperity, purity, realignment, rebirth, rejuvenation, sacred spaces, self-awareness, and strength. Talks about pulling the cards, repeating the elements, using the cards beyond Ostara, because you don't have to use these just for this Sabbath or season. And then we have spreads. And then we go into the cards. And here it gives us a full picture of the card, keywords, the quote that's on the card, and then it talks about what it is. Now, I used these last night, so they're not in order. Here are the backs of the cards, and you can see it's gilded. They have beautiful gilding. These are a nice cardstock. It has good flip. These are very glossy, so I will hold these up. But I'm not going to read the bottom sentiment on it. I'll zoom in. But I will read the card and what it is. So here we have spring rain. Painted eggs, and of course this reminds us of Easter and painting and decorating our eggs. Ancestral lands, and I love how she's sitting here. You see almost like roots intertwining around her. Tea party, creating altars, pink moon, and it's listing all of the season of the witch, Ostara, Lammas, Litha, Imbolc, Irish moss, and look at the colors of the card. We have a rabbit here, bird. Beautiful. Aries. Now we are in Aries season. Robin. Sacred circle. Germination. Love that. But planting the seed. We have one here, one here. And see how her feet are coming up. She is waking up. We have our little earthworms, peach moonstone, chicks, Easter egg hunt, and there's even an egg in the tree. I can't pronounce Easter egg tree. I don't want to butcher it. All right, I'm going to try. Ostara balm. Spring cleaning. Shortbread. Plant dyeing. Fluoromancy. Aromatherapy. And sometimes I think people don't understand the power of, like, the candle that we have. These invoke the spirit. It is fire. It is also air. And it senses the smell of things, can bring back memories, and it can open the senses, and it can open your mind to spirit, to things that can come in. I mean, you don't want to have something that's stinky that kind of closes the door for what you're trying to do. This, when you're reading your tarot and you're looking at your cards, it's about opening up and creating that space. And I think having beautiful scents around you that you enjoy really help with that. I really do think that having the candles or incense or just different things that have that smell that just put you in that relaxation space, that really open your mind and allow you to relax, to allow spirit to come in and help you more. I think that's just important. Eggshell pots. Aquamarine. Wreath making. Composting. We had just watched a video on YouTube with a witch in England, and she was talking about how important it is to compost so that you can feed Mother Earth. I think it's beautiful. Ostara. Flower wand. Jasmine. Garden party. Seed blessing. And just another thing with seeds, I don't know if you would ever want to take a look or Google it online, but there is a World Seed Bank. I believe it is in Norway. It is an underground seed bank that has seeds from all the plants and flowers and crops and fruits and vegetables and everything from around the world for centuries. They have a seed bank. So that if something were to happen, devastating the planet, there are seeds that we can start anew. We could start fresh again. And one of the things I told my husband is, one of the things that always scares me is if something were to happen and you don't have that opportunity, what do? You know, you see The Walking Dead on TV and all these zombie movies and everything and the apocalyptic times and stuff. But having food is what is going to sustain you, and that's what's going to propel people. You can have all the money you can have, but not having food is going to be the key. So we actually just bought a little tin can. You can get them at the dollar store. It's no big deal. And we put seeds in them. And we keep our own little mini seed bank. So this way, I mean, if something ever were to happen, you have your seeds, you can trade them, you can grow them. But I am a strong proponent of having your own little mini seed bank. So the next time you go to the store, just grab a tin can or, a tin, and buy seed packets, whether they're flowers, whether they're fruits or vegetables or whatnot, and put the seed packets in there in a dark place that, they're not going to get messed up or anything. Just put it away. You just never know when you might need them. daffodils, spring hike. And we did a lot of this with my best friend who's down here. And besides doing the mandala paintings and the fire, we went and bought the candles. We did our readings, but we went to the beach and we collected seashells. We went to Assateague and we saw the ponies. We went into Berlin, Maryland, where we did lots of walking around looking at all these little shops and everything. So we tried to do a lot of Ostara things that just really brought us and connected us even more. Astrological New Year, hot cross buns, grasshopper, spring equinox, simmer pot. Yes, we did our simmer pot. Community garden, mushrooms, hare, lamb, primrose, rainbow, moon milk, and terrarium. And going back to simmer pot, earth, air, fire, and water await an enchantment steeped with intention. One of the things that I do often is, well, I drink tea. I drink coffee and I drink tea, but I love tea. All different kinds of tea. Peppermint is one of my favorites. Lemon and ginger. I love the lemon and ginger. Green tea. I don't drink caffeinated tea. I have to stay away from caffeine, but I love drinking just herbal teas. And one of the things I like to do is I keep a cup in my refrigerator and I keep all my tea bags. So when I do a simmer pot, I take all of my old tea bags that are in the cup and I empty them all into the simmer pot because they are plants and herbs from the earth. And I still want to use those. I want to give them back to the earth. So I use those with other things. You know, I'll put lemon or basil and salt and everything, cinnamon, whatever it is that you're going to make your simmer pot with those herbs from my tea bags. And then once that's done, then I let them cool. I let it cool back down to room temperature. And then I pour them back to the earth to give Gaia back her herbs. And, you know, I set my intention and everything. But if you are in a space that you don't have a lot of herbs or things to put into a simmer pot, that's fine. If you, I mean, it could be your coffee grounds if you have that. But if you have tea or you drink tea, just keep one little cup in the fridge. And this way, you know, once the cup is full, then do a simmer pot. So let's go ahead and shuffle the cards and see what Spirit wants to tell us for Ostara. I am going to post these cards on the 4 Facebook groups in the description below. I hope you join one or all of them. I know that the Sabbath Seasons and Tarot Spreads group is actually posting 1 card a day of this deck as we go through the Ostara season, because the group is about the different seasons. Spirit, show us what card they want to show us today. What card do you want to show us today? Shortbread. Okay, so it says, the sweetness of your craft asks that you indulge in the celebration of you. And I love that it has number 36 on it, so it's very easy to find. It says shortbread. Keywords are sweetness, treating yourself, and taking time to enjoy life. Go ahead and pick up the extra cookie when shortbread appears. This card is your invitation to be extra, to expect more, to indulge and sing your own praises. It represents the good life, one that is well deserved and earned. This card appears when you have a reason to celebrate. You may pull it after a successful completion of something you have worked on for a long time, or when you are just about to cross the finish line, you can expect your situation to work out in your favor and even almost the way you'd imagine it. If you are asking whether or not you should do something, this card is a resounding yes. You are in a secure place and can take a little bit of extra risk. You can splurge, slow down, or allow yourself to feel confident and experienced. However, this card invites you to enjoy the fruits of your labor, not to squander them. You have more to accomplish and will need the resources or experience you have gained to move further along your path. For relationships, this card guides you to approach your situation with self-assurance. That's beautiful. And look how gorgeous it is. I'll pull this up just so you can see all the detail in this beautiful. Here she's eating her cookies, her shortbread with her cuppa. And she's looking out the window just watching this beautiful sunrise or sunset. Because here we see the moon. It could be, the moon's still out in the morning. But we have our altar broom, a little altar broom, to sweep away the bad energy. But this is so beautiful. I love it. So I hope this resonates with you. Enjoy your day. This is about, saying yes, celebrating you. Go have that extra cookie if you want it today. Eat that extra donut. Have that second cup of coffee. I think it's wonderful. So thank you again for stopping by. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up, like, and subscribe so you don't miss future videos. Tomorrow is a tarot card day. Every other day we post a video on tarot card, and every other day we do an oracle deck. And tomorrow we will be looking at the Six of Swords. This is going to be a good one. And well, I try to have all of them good, but we just learn a little bit about each card. And then the following day we will do an oracle deck. I do throw in some other deck flip throughs, like check out the video in the previous one for the Midnight Magic tarot deck. It is a tarot deck of mushrooms. I got that for myself for Ostara, and thinking how perfect mushrooms, nature, Ostara. So I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.